Hi, welcome to the book review of Marvel's X. Now, this Marvel X is slightly different from what I expected. I thought it was going to be Marvel's, as with the Alex Ross, the thing, how it's more like the Paradise X and all that sort of stuff. So, which are very good stories. I love those, but it's a different book from, I think it's a prequel to those Earth X, Universe X and Paradise X. 136 pages, predominantly in colour. There's some bonus material at the back, which is in black and white. And spoilers. There are going to be a few spoilers in this. You just can't show this book without some spoilers. I.e., like, obviously, some of the characters that turn up. And there's some big appearances. Main character, well, David is the main character. He's the last human on Earth without any powers. Everyone's got powers. But you've got Daredevil, of course. And the cover is slightly odd because these characters, good as they are not the main characters. They do turn up, of course, at places. And again, that's a slight spoiler, but not much of a spoiler. This is all of the Marvel Universe basically turns up, or quite a lot anyway. So a lot of characters, sometimes not looking in the way they used to. Some characters really, because everyone's mutating. They've got, some have obviously mutated in different ways, some slightly, some a lot, sort of turning into lions or whatever. And you've got others that, well, just basically just looking like an old guy and riding a truck, sort of thing, that sort of stuff. However, he's always got problems. He goes around with a Green Goblin mask, which is quite great when it obviously meets up with Spidey. And you've got Green Goblin, and he sort of turns around. He was one of the worst villains for Spidey. So, and you've got obviously there going through with his. So you can see the sort of, again, sorry there's spoilers in this because it's much impossible to show any of the artwork without showing a page that's got something. Obviously there's Daredevil and you can see the artwork. It is very decent, very enjoyable story. And got the Baxter building, you've got all the various, and even the Fantastic Car gets in this, which is great, or Fantastic Car, or whatever it was called. And Doctor Strange, they're all, the lot, basically. That is a spoiler, obviously. But there are problems all the way, and what David has to do, how he goes through things, how he finds out various things. And it's a fascinating story. Of course, he's got his favourite hero. All he wants to meet is he meets all these other ones. He's meeting, obviously, but he's got a favourite superhero. And he is an obsessive superhero comic book fan. You've got him going there. Obviously, you've got his little cutouts. They're sitting there with his, which is really nice. Though, don't actually see him reading any comics, however, he does go around, he's even got his Iron Man, he's dressed in his Iron Man shirt there, which is quite nice as well. Great little story, all the way through, thoroughly brilliant appearances, a few unusual cameos, and I don't want to spoil the cameos but they're just sort of minor characters, sort of characters from like the Defenders or something, or Champions and things, those sort of things suddenly turn up. And you think, oh, quite nice. And there's also a lot of, obviously, the variant covers. And it's a real good, satisfying story, which is always, I think, the best thing. Sometimes you get these stories and you think, oh, the end's not always as good as what the whole start. But I thought it was a genuinely brilliant ending. And variant covers. You also got variants again, more variants. I love that. Variant by Greg Horn. It's always a pity sometimes that they just don't do the variants all over the whole page instead of just doing like sort of quarter page ones. But hope. And there's nice sketches there. And there's quite a lot of sketches. There's quite about 10 pages or 12 pages of sketches as well as original cover sketches. I love cover sketches, always good. And also, of course, all the characters. Now they're not sort of changing too much. I mean, Iron Man and all those sort of characters, certainly. When I looked at those ones, all the Paradise X and things, you see quite a lot of characters. They've changed quite dramatically compared with what they were in this. This is, like I said, the prequel. But I absolutely loved the story. It was better than I thought it was. Initially I thought, oh, disappointed. Am I going to enjoy this? However, once I got into the story, I actually enjoyed it. And I thought it was a decent paced story with a great character, with lots of great supporting characters all the way through. And like I say, sorry for mentioning names, but it's virtually impossible to show pictures of any of the pages without showing a character that's going to appear. So, totally recommended.